Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Chase Race number 8, and yet again we find ourselves at a super speedway. This time, it is Zen Joltis, probably one of the fastest and craziest super speedways of them all. Zen Joltis, without a doubt, provides excellent racing, and there should be no short of that here today. On the pole, I haven't even checked, to be honest with you. Looks like it's Joe Cole, or Jake Cole, excuse me, in the 00 machine. How about that, a pole for Jake Cole. And let's take a look at quickly the rest of the starting lineup as we go ahead and listen to the command to start the engines.
Drivers, start your engines.
You see just how long it takes to get around this racetrack, 1 minute and 16 seconds. Yes, indeed, it's going to be a long race here today for these drivers, and this race is going to be very tough on engines. So we'll see about how it goes. I believe all engines will be able to last, but it's a very fast-paced race. Joe Cole, Connor Breton, Tim Figgle, the highest qualifying chaser, starts third. Mama Elias, Trey Campbell, Ryan Daniels, in the cloud, Samuel Mills, Dax, Marshall Rich, Eric Gatos, the points leader, starts 12th. Eric Gatos has a 1-point lead over Joe Cole, who starts 17th heading into this race. Look at the rest of the starting lineup. And starting dead last is Logan Ryan. Therefore, that makes him the worst starting chaser for today's race. Here we go, folks. We'll go ahead and take a look at all the different paint schemes for this race here today at Zen Joltis. And here we go. Green flag is out. We're underway at Zen Joltis. Super speedway racing once again. And guys start to shuffle for positions. Behind him, you see the pack start to spread out. 3-4 wide racing already. As Cole leads him down. Tim Figgle, Trey Campbell, here they come. And they're already 3 and 4 wide racing. Look at that. Man. These guys are not afraid at all. Look at this. 3-4 wide racing on the first lap of this racing. Crash! Cody Lamas around. Back into the pack he goes. Connor Breton. Oh, no, not more guys involved. McLeod, hard. Sean Henley. Guys barrel rolling. Down the back. Oh, my God. It's the big one. And I mean the big one. Huge crash on lap 1. Look at the litter on the back straightaway of cars. Pichu London, Tim Walsh, Johnny Gardner, the winner from Talladega, James McLeod, James Qualls, a chase contender, John Stewart with a little bit of damage. Eric Gatos made it through, the points leader. How about that? Charles Jackson with damage. Dollarton has damage. Looks like Joe Cole made it through. Caution is out at Talladega. Oh my God, not Talladega, Zen Joltis. Trey Campbell, the leader. What happened? Connor White on pit road with damage. He's a chaser. Sean Henley, Mom and Elias. John Dillon with damage. He's a chaser. James Qualls with damage. He's a chaser. Johnny Gardner, another chaser. Wow, unbelievable. Racer DSM has damage. Tim Waltz has damage. John Stewart has a little bit of damage. He's a chaser. Eric Gatos, he made it through the crash. He's a chaser. Logan Ryan made it through. He's also a chaser. Aaron Williams has damage. Barden has a little bit of damage. He's a chaser. So it looks like about half the chase field got a piece of this crash. Unbelievable. Let's take a look at what happened on lap 1 here at Zen Joltis. Half the field is taken out. Wow. What a way to start this race. Alright, so the first thing I saw happen was Cody Lamas get turned completely sideways. And that happened, it looks like him and Barden made contact. Watch this. He gets turned, roof flaps deploy, that's a good thing. Acosta gets a piece of it. Oh, and then... Oh, Connor White Oh, man. Clobbers him. Hard into the wall goes Connor White. Up on his side, up on the roof. Or up on his side there, he goes. So it looks like this crash, there's only 2 cars involved. The big crash happened up ahead. This crash wasn't really too big. Just 2 cars involved in this one. The big crash happened up ahead. We'll take a look at that one now. So that one was quite simple. But then you see over here, you see at the bottom of your screen, guys going upside down, crashing hard. This is where the big one happened. I mean, this is when you had everybody spinning and crashing. I don't even know what happened. Where did this start? I believe it might have started with Sean Henley. Not completely sure. Okay, yeah, this happened up front. This is up front. They're 4 wide up front. Dax and Sean Henley make contact. They get into the side of Ryan Daniels. Oh, it looks like Dax and James McLeod go flying up the racetrack. And what a hard hit for James McLeod. Watch this on James McLeod's part. Wow! Oh my goodness, and into the catch fence. Then Mom and Elias got tossed up in the air. And Sean Henley's flipping over there. I mean, it all just happened so quickly. Wow. The air that 5 car caught is unbelievable. What's this? Slow motion. Oh my. Just clears that 39, hits the catch fence. Back down. Mom and Elias hits the catch fence. He starts to flip. There's Mom, and he takes a wild ride over everyone. Chaotic. I mean, that's one way to describe it, what took place here. Let's look at this from this angle. Should give us a good view of what happened. Alright, here comes the field. They're working their way. They're still getting up to speed. There's the first crash, and there's the second crash. Man, McLeod almost went over the fence. Man, you Sean Henley, Burton all the way to the inside there. A lot of crazy things happened throughout that crash. And that's, I mean, there was nowhere to go for basically everyone else in the field but right into this mess. Wow. Terrible crash. Let's take a look at how the people that are 1-2 in the points made it through this crash. That's Eric Gatos in the 63 and Joe Cole in the 3. I want to see how those guys made it through this crash. Here's Eric Gatos. We're going to go on board with him. What he saw throughout this crash. Alright, this all took place right in front of him. I mean, literally right in front of him. Oh, McLeod lands right next to him. He's having to swerve and avoid everything. Alright, alright. Oh, man. John Stewart's spinning right in front of him. Alright, he's gonna go low now. And might have made a little contact there with Matthew Rodriguez. His car is sideways now. Looks like he gets it back going. So it looks like he might have had just a little bit of damage from the crash. Nothing major, but did get a little bit of damage. Here's our aerial view. This, everybody's chaos around him, and he makes it through. Watch this. I mean, complete chaos around him. He's in the middle of the storm. And somehow he made it through this. Somehow, some way. Now, let's see the 3 car, Joe Cole, how he managed to avoid all of this. I think the reason he managed to avoid all of this was because he was running, well, it looks like he got a little bit of damage. Yeah, he was running on the bottom, on the inside lane, so it made it pretty easy for him to avoid all of this chaos going on. Now, I don't know, did he avoid the first crash with the 81? I'm not, yeah, it looks like the 81, the crash with the 81 happened behind him. So we're going along here, we're just going along. This is when the wreck is going to happen. Dax Alabunde in the 39 is going to come down on Sean Henley. Right there, you're going to see the contact. There, right there, hooks him into Ryan Daniels. Oh, it looks like Sean Henley came down and got the 3 car. So Joe Cole got hit on his side by Sean Henley. He didn't completely miss it. Oh boy, but he had a very good view of this crash in his rearview mirror. Alright, there's the 81 crash. Yeah, it happened right behind him. So he had a good view of this out of his rearview mirror. Watch this. 81 spins down the racetrack. Ooh, John Stewart making a little contact there. Quite the view out of the back end of the 3 car here. And that's not the end of it. He's gonna have to miss this one. And watch the K. Wow, just everybody spins at once. It's crazy watching that unfold behind him. And Sean Henley barrel rolling as he pulls away from the accident scene. Sean Henley still barrel rolling there. Wow. Alright folks, let's get back to the restart. Trey Campbell, the leader here at Zen Joltis, a big crash on lap 1. Alright, here we go with the restart. It's going to take place here on lap 6 of 20. Trey Campbell, the leader. We got a lap car to his inside. And that's the 25 machine. He's a lap down to the inside. Trey Campbell, Tim Figgle, Wes Riddle, Jake Cole, Connor Breton, Andrea Landings, Ryan Daniels, Joe Cole, Daniel Culp, Marshall Rich, the top 10, TJ Moore, Jeffrey Finguy, Jordan Davis, Logan Ryan, Eric Gatos, Tim Waltz with damage in 16th, Aaron Williams with damage, and basically from there on, everybody has damage. That's what's left of the field, folks. 25 cars. That is all that's left of the field after a big crash on lap 1. Leaves us with 25 cars here on lap 5 of 20. We're a quarter of the way through this race, and we only have half the field left. So by the end of this thing, we probably have nobody left on the racetrack. It's unbelievable. Looks like we're still down the back straightaway. It's still a long time before the restart. So we're just going to fast forward here real quick. We'll be right back with the restart. Trey Campbell still leading, under caution of course. The restart's going to happen this time by. We're still quite about a mile away from it. This is a very big 3-mile racetrack, I believe it is. So we'll be right back. Alright folks, here's the restart. Trey Campbell, Tim Figgle, they're all single file. They've already cleared the lap car. And we're back under green here at Zen Joltis. As cars now scramble behind him. You see the field, it's not as big anymore. Only 25 cars left after that big crash on lap 1. This is where it happened right here. And it looks like we make it through without issue this time by. Trey Campbell hanging on to the lead. Tim Figgle looking to the inside, he wants to get by. Now looking to the outside to get by. And he's got a pretty good run, head of steam. And Trey Campbell comes up the block. 3 wide behind them. Now Tim Figgle coming to the inside to try to make a pass. Looks like he might be able to complete the pass here. Indeed he is. Tim Figgle to the lead here. And he's going to come around and lead this lap here. Yes, he is. Tim Figgle leads that lap. picks up a bonus point. Oh boy, the points are really going to be shaken up after this race. No doubt about it. There's Jon Stewart. There's Eric Gatos. And there's Joe Cole. And up front it's Tim Figgle leading Wes Riddle on his back bumper. Trey Campbell, TJ Moore. We're not even halfway through this race. That's the sad part. We have half the field missing, and we're not even halfway through the race. Tim Figgle able to hold off the charge from Wes Riddle. Behind him, though, that's where the action is. They're 3-4 wide racing back here, shaking it up a little bit. Ryan Daniels, he's still in this thing, and he's a chaser. He's 6 in points, 13 points out of it coming into this race. This could be a big race for him, and a big opportunity for him to make up a lot of points on this field. Tim Figgle, he's in the lead. He is also a chaser, although I don't think he really has a shot at this championship anymore. He's 10th in points, 27 points out of it coming into this race. So I don't think his chances of winning, I think his chances of winning this championship are pretty much over, but, you know, it'd be nice to finish good here. Jon Stewart running 21st, pretty off the pace because he was involved in that crash. He comes into this race 3rd in points, 8 points out of it. Although, this could be a good race for him to make up points, but Eric Gatos is up ahead of him. Eric Gatos is up here. There he is. So, you know, if only Eric Gatos is involved in that crash, then Jon Stewart would be able to make up points. There's Barton, he's running 19th. He comes into this race 5th in points, 11 points out of it. Logan Ryan, he's running 15th. He comes in, he's dead last in points, in the chase. 12th in points, 34 points out of it. He doesn't really have a shot at winning the championship. Eric Gatos, of course, he's the points leader coming into this race. He's 1 point ahead of this man, Joe Cole, who's currently in, battling 13th here, I guess. So Joe Cole trails by 1 point heading into this race. This could be a big race for him. Ryan Daniels, we mentioned him already. And by how many points he trails, Tim Figgle leads yet another lap here. Ryan Daniels, 6 in points, 13 behind. This could be a big race for him in making up points. And of course, we talked about Tim Figgle. So those are the only chasers left in this race, the ones we just mentioned. The rest are all behind the wall because of a big crash that took place on lap 1. There's Cole trying to slice and dice, make up some positions here. Ryan Daniels and Marshall Rich side by side in front of him. As it stands right now, I believe Eric Gatos and Joe Cole would still be separated by 1 point. Unless Joe Cole can get by Ryan Daniels, who's about 2 cars in front of him, then they would be tied. Then he would need to get by Tim Figgle, who's currently leading, to come out of this race with at least a 1 point lead. And if something were to happen to Eric Gatos, for example, if Logan Ryan were to pass him, or Barton, or Jon Stewart, he could probably lose about 2-3 points. He could be trailing by 2 or 3 points coming out of this race. So Eric Gatos, he just needs to keep his car clean, and I don't think he needs to win. He doesn't need to win. He just needs to be in protecting mode right now. We're halfway through this race. Tim Figgle continuing to lead. Looks like his dodge is really, really quick today. Things have kind of settled down. Well, I mean, that is expected that things were going to be settled down now. I mean, we got half the field missing after lap 1 crash. I'm pretty sure these guys are going to be taking it easy now. And I think that's just what we're seeing here. Guys taking it easy after losing half of their competitors on lap 1. So Trey Campbell looking for somewhere to go. He thought about going to the inside of Tim Figgle, but decided not to. He's right on his back bumper, though, entering this corner. Now he's looking high. With no help, he's not going to be able to get by him, I don't think. No, he comes... Oh, thought about coming right back in line, but Andrew Lannings is there. And now Daniel Pope is all the way to the inside in the 09. He's 3 wide back there. And now Daniel Pope goes up into second. We have not talked about Daniel Pope all season long. And the reason why is because he's just sucked all season long. I mean, he's been basically 40th, 41st, or 42nd in points all season long. miserable season for him. And it's good. It's good. He's getting some attention here today. He's running second and looking for the lead on Tim Figgle here, looking to the high side. I don't think he's going to get it up there. He comes down. Oh, thought about coming down in front of Andrew Landings, but Andrew Landings was already there to fill that hole. So now Landings hanging on to the lead. Trey Campbell. Looks like he's going to move up to third. Wes Riddle up to fourth now. Landings looking high. He's got no help though. That's the problem. These guys are looking to the high side, but they got no help. Tim Figgle went to block Landing. He left the inside lane open for Trey Campbell. Now he comes down and blocks it. Wow. So Tim Figgle is really in control of this race. Because he has that lead, he's able to choose which lane he wants, and he can just block the lane that has the run, and that's what he's been doing, and that's why he's been able to maintain this lead. Trey Campbell, though, I believe he's got a very strong race car under him, so I'll look for him to make a move here before this race is over. Andrew Linings, he's been quietly up there, so I think he's got a good car as well. We'll see. Now he's looking high. Linings is, but Tim Figgle once again blocks it. Now Andrew Linings coming to the inside. And I don't think Tim's going to be able to block this run. Landings is there. Inside, new leader at Zen Joltis. It's Andre Landings. And now Trey moves up to second. And now everybody's going by Tim Figgle. Jeffrey Finguy, Cole all the way to the inside. Now Trey Campbell inside of Landings. So it looks like we're going to have yet another exchange of the lead here. Trey Campbell is going to go back to the point. Unless Landings can hold them off. I don't think he can. Campbell's got a pretty good run here. They're pretty even down the back here. They're pulling even down the back. Oh, Lanning's got to run. He's got some help. Oh, not anymore. Now Connor Breton's up there. And they're still pulling even through the corner here. Connor Breton is looking for somewhere to go. Looks like he's going to try to help Andrew Lannings get by the 28. But now Jeffrey Finguy is sneaking up there all the way to the inside of Trey Campbell. Things are starting to heat up here at Zen Joltis, and looks like Lannings is able to hang on to the lead after he got some help from Connor Breton. Connor's still trying to push that 15. He's trying to slide up into second, but he isn't quite clear Trey Campbell. So Lannings is able to hang on and lead that lap 13-20. As things are starting to, like I said, heat up. You know, behind him. And Ryan Daniels up there. Let's see where Eric Gatos and Joe Cole are. Well, Eric Gatos has fallen pretty off the pace. He's lost contact with the lead pack. That's not good. And Joe Cole, he's still up here in the lead pack, but not making much noise. Looks like Trey Campbell is taking the lead. Oh, we were looking to see where our points leader was. Trey Campbell is taking over the lead. Wes Riddle now diving inside. Cole diving inside. And Wes Riddle, with some help from the 00, going to take over the lead here at Zen Joltis. And he's clear, and new leader, Wes Riddle. Ryan Daniels now for the first time, showing what he's got. He's coming up towards the front now, along with TJ Moore. Here comes Cole to the inside, the 00 making some noise. We haven't talked about him all season long either, and that's because he struggled all season long. And now he's in the lead here at Zen Joltis. Inside 10 laps to go, he's leading at Zen Joltis. How about that? 00 hanging on to the lead. Ryan Daniels, oh, Trey Campbell up into the wall. Him and Ryan Daniels went all the way to the high side, and Trey Campbell caught a piece of the wall. And now he's losing a lot of ground up on that high lane. And so is Ryan Daniels. Losing a lot of momentum. They went up to try to make a move and just lost it all. Wes Riddle, wow, almost turned the 00 there. He was looking for somewhere to go and just couldn't find it. Oh, we're coming up on slow cars. And that allowed Wes Riddle to take the lead. Looks like the slow car, Matthew Rodriguez, is slowing this pack down. Wow. And look at the lead Wes Riddle is able to build out of it. Look at that. All because of the 51 and how slow he was. Look at the lead Wes Riddle is able to build. Wow. And Matthew Rodriguez might just cause a wreck here if he's not careful. He's off the pace. He was involved in that crash. And now look at this. How much he's slowing down this field. Now he's really separating this field. And that won't be the last of the slow cars, I don't think. Yeah, Wes Riddle. Now look, Wes Riddle's lead evaporated very quickly. The 00 already right on his back bumper. Tim Figgle to the outside, 3 wide. They got a slow car just up ahead. The 33 is extremely slow. And here we go. They're going to have to find a way to get by him. Finn Guy now all the way up there. Whoa, slow down. Wow, Dollarton comes to the inside. Blocks Jeffrey Finn Guy's run. That allows Tim Figgle to pull away now. Another slow car stacking up this pack. Figgle pulls away. Wes Riddle, Cole, and TJ Moore have all cleared the lap car now. While these guys try to get by him now. 4 wide, make that 3 wide. Joe Cole pushing Ryan Daniels on by. And that won't be the last of the slow cars either, with 5 laps to go here. Just up ahead, or not just up ahead, but maybe about half a mile ahead, is Tim Walsh, Samuel Mills, and John Stewart. They're pretty slow. They're at the start-finish line now, or entering turn 1 now, and these guys are down the front straightaway now. Tim Figgle leads that time by. So I believe they're going to catch those lap cars before the end of this race. And now we're 3 wide racing for the lead. Wes Riddle now taking the lead back to 2 wide. TJ Moore, Trey Campbell. 3 wide again. Here we go. And looks like Wes Riddle blocks the run of TJ Moore there. Trey Campbell and Connor Breton behind him, side by side. 3 wide here. And then you look at this pack here. Ryan Daniels, he's got a run. Joe Cole and Jordan Davis, a little bit, looks like they're losing just a little bit of contact with the rest of the pack. Wes Riddle hanging on to the lead. Remember, on the restart at Talladega, we restarted Talladega on the white flag lap. Wes Riddle was in the lead and he got drop kicked all the way back to 11th in 1 lap. So he's looking for a little bit of redemption here. And he's going to try to win this race. TJ Moore now all the way to the inside, taking the lead. New leader, TJ Moore here at Zen Joltis. Trey Campbell up there now. 3 wide behind him. They're 3 wide for about 2 deep. Make that 4 wide as Jeffrey Finn Guy all the way to the inside. Oh, Cole and the 00 might have gotten a piece of the wall. And now he's starting to slip back just a little bit. And it looks like Ryan Daniels has fallen back, and so has Joe Cole and Jordan Davis. They're losing contact with the pack. And TJ Moore hanging on to lead. Looking where these slow cars are. There's the slow car, the little 3-pack of slow cars, and the leaders. Well, maybe the leaders aren't going to catch him. I don't think the leaders are going to be able to catch him. Here, coming around lap 18 of 20. So yeah, I don't think they're going to catch him necessarily. Up front, it is still TJ Moore. He's got about a car length, maybe 2 car length lead on Trey Campbell. Landings, Tim Figgle, all the way to the inside. This pack right here, these are the only guys that have really contended for the win today. I mean, we've seen Jeffrey Finn Guy up there, but they haven't led. Ryan Daniels, Joe Cole now. Yeah, he's completely lost the draft in the 00. Eric Gatos continues to slip back. And battle for the lead. Trey Campbell taking the lead now with some help from Tim Figgle. There they go on by. And Figgle looking high now for the lead down the front. Down the back. I don't know where we are. Oh, Trey tried to block. Tim's there though with the big run into turn 3, I believe this is. I don't know. This racetrack's so big I lose track of where we are at. Now they're 3 wide for second. Tim Figgle had a run, but now that's all slowing down. And now he's going to lose about 3 spots because of it. And now they're 3 wide for the lead. Wes Riddle taking advantage of it. He's got some help from the 15. He's going to take the lead now. So Wes Riddle back to the point along with Andrea Landings. Jeffrey Finn Guy now all the way to the inside. Landings now inside. Does he have any help? Jeffrey Finguy, he's getting a little bit of help from Jeffrey Finguy. He's pulling even with Wes Riddle. And now can he clear him off this corner? That's the question. Yes, he can. New leader, Andrew Lannings. Coming to lap 19 of 20. 2 laps to go here at Zen Joltis. We had that lap 1 crash, and that's the only caution we've had. It took out half the field. And now we're here. 2 laps to go, and these are the guys that still have a shot at it. Lannings, Tim Figgle, Wes Riddle, TJ Moore, Connor Breton, Trey Campbell, Jeffrey Finguy, Joe Cole, Ryan Daniels, Daniel Culp, and Marshall Rich. They all still have a slight shot at it. As we're coming around on the white flag, Tim Figgle hanging on to the lead. He's had a very, very strong car all day long. Him and Trey Campbell and Wes Riddle have had the class of the field. Between them, I think they've led about every single lap today. Those 3 cars have been very, very good. Connor Breton has been quietly up there as well. Maybe he's looking to strike here in the final lap. Now Trey Campbell taking him 3 wide down the back. And Tim Figgle comes down and blocks that run of Trey Campbell. And now he's able to maintain the lead down the back. Down the corner now, down the back, down the front now. Coming to the white flag. Here we go, white flag up in the air. 1 to go at Zen Joltis. And the lap cars are just up ahead. I'm not sure if the leader's going to catch him or not. They might catch him, maybe coming to the line. And that could be dangerous. Tim Figgle, oh, here comes Trey Campbell inside. White flag is up in the air, and they're battling hard here for the lead at Zen Joltis. Trey Campbell now goes to the lead. He's looking for his 4th win this season, Trey Campbell is. Can he get it? There's the lap cars just up ahead. You see them on top of your screen. They might catch them. 00 now, looking for somewhere to go. Jake Cole in the 00. Jeffrey Finguy, Daniel Cole. Lap cars just up ahead. Not sure if we're going to catch them or not. Oh yeah, we're going to catch them for sure. Here they come. The leaders are there, and so are the lap cars. Trey Campbell is starting to search for a lane to go. There are the lap cars. We're coming down the front for the final time. Connor Breton's got to run. Can he do something with him? Oh boy, here we go. Start-finish line up ahead. And it is Trey Campbell winning it at Zen Joltis. There you go. My prediction was right. They caught the leaders right there. They caught the lap cars right there at the end. And here is your official results. Trey Campbell picks up his 4th win this season. Despite all the wins, he didn't make the chase, and he's mired back in the 30s in points. Trey Campbell, Jake Cole, Connor Breton, TJ Moore, Jeffrey Finguy, Andrea Lannings, Ryan Daniels, the highest finishing chaser in 7th, Daniel Culp, Tim Figgle, Wes Riddle, the top 10, Marshall Rich, Jordan Davis, Joe Cole, Logan Ryan, Ryan ycost, the top 15, then Eric Gatos, the points leader coming into this race, finishes pretty deep in the field. Not pretty deep in the field, but about mid-pack. After barely missing that crash and getting just a little bit of piece of it. Looks like the damage definitely affected that 63 machine. And I believe coming out of this race now, they're going to be tied in points. Joe Cole and Eric Gatos are. So it's going to make for an interesting final 2 races. And there's the rest of the finishing results. Connor White, DNF, lowest finishing chaser. I already saved the race, I believe. Let me just double check. Race 34 in the books, folks. Let's go celebrate with Trey Campbell, the winner of today's American Airlines 500 from Zen Joltis. And here comes Trey Campbell after a very long race and that involved a lot of crashes, to say the least, including that big one that took out probably about half the field and a little less than half the field, and ended up finishing the race. Trey Campbell ends up winning for what, the 4th time this season. He's won 4 times this season, the most of any driver. But despite all the wins this season, he did not make the chase. It's probably one of the bigger surprises of this season 8 of the Pepsi Racing Series, is that Trey Campbell absolutely did awesome, winning 3 races in the what we call regular season, but failed to make the chase, and that was mainly due in part to bad luck and just crashing. When he wasn't winning, he was crashing, to say the least there, and he is just burning down the tires in that 28 machine. And there he is. We switched to another angle there. Looks like he's bringing it down. I'm going to stop it right at the start-finish line and hop on out and celebrate with the fans here today. There it is. Trey Campbell, the winner, folks, from Zen Joltis. Join us next time. We're going to Phoenix, the semi-final race of the Season 8. It's coming down to the wire for the championship.